Hi, Ron Owens, Golf Made Easy. This section of the Buying Clubs video focuses on buying clubs for women. Until several years ago, women weren't much of a market for club makers. They made clubs for men. Oh, we need to make a few hundred or thousand sets for women. They put a lighter weight shaft in it. Here you go. More and more ladies are playing golf. There are professional golf tours all over the world. Much better market and much better clubs available. Women generally are shorter than men. Their hands are generally smaller. Women's clubs are made 1 inch shorter than men's clubs. Women's clubs currently are made for ladies 5'8" to 5'11". If you're shorter than 5'8" or you happen to be taller than 5'11", you walk into a golf shop, the clubs they have on the rack, on the shelf, won't fit you. You may find that you get into your address position, but the club sits back on the heel, the toe of the club, this end is off the ground. But when you swing that club, the heel of the club's going to hit the ground, the toe spins around, every shot's going to go left. If you're taller than that, you stand very tall. When you swing, the toe of the club, this end, will hit the ground. The rest of the club spins around. You'll call me, Ron, I bought these new golf clubs, these irons, and everything's going left. So we take a look. All I have to do is look at your address position and see that the club doesn't fit. Brief story. I was given a golf lesson to a young man and his wife. They were both in their late 20s. He was 5'10", she was 5'9". They had walked into a golf shop. She was sold a pink box of bag clubs. She was a girl, she got the pink box. He was a man, he got the blue box. He started showed him how to make a golf swing. He's making beautiful golf swings, making outstanding contact by balls flying toward his target, and she's topping every shot. Okay, what's going on? She's 5'9", but she had a tall address position. She didn't want to bend over more. She was comfortable here. So we watched 10, 15 shots, and I said, excuse me, I borrowed a 9-iron from her husband, gave her the 9-iron, and I said, now, forget everything else, just make a golf swing. The ball's in the air, straight toward her target, good, solid contact, great. He said, what's going on? I said, you're within 1 inch of your husband's height, but you were given clubs that are 2 inches too short. You need to put your clubs back in the pink box, take them back. Now you have a choice. They can, if you like those clubs, they can either pull the grip off of them, put a 1 inch extension in the end of the shaft and re-grip it. Or buy a set just like your husband's. He has graphite shafts. They'll be lighter, easier for you to swing. He can handle it. He doesn't have a tremendously fast swing speed at 120 miles an hour because the ball's going straight. And let's try a couple different clubs. Gave her a 7-iron, gave her one of the fairway woods, and they were great. They took them back to the store. There's a thing called cosmetics. It's more important to ladies, but men are catching up. Cosmetics is how the club looks. Now, a set of clubs may be hanging in a rack, like this, the wedges on this end, or sitting here. If you look at a club and you think, that is without a doubt one of the ugliest looking golf clubs I have ever seen in my life. Put it back on the shelf, put it back in the rack, and find something else. Because every time you set that club down, that thought's going to be in your mind. That's the ugliest thing I've ever seen, and you won't make a good golf swing with it. What you want to do is find 2 or 3, 4, even 5 golf clubs that look good to you. Oh, that's a nice looking club. Okay, I want to try that one. Let's see, we'll go down this area. Yeah, oh, I don't like that one. That one looks good. And then find someone to set up the computer for you in a hitting bay and hit some balls with it. I've had students, a number of students, tell me that they're going to go buy a particular set of irons. Invariably, they'll come back with a different set. Now, excuse me, I thought you were going to go buy Pings or Titleist or TaylorMade or Mizuno or whatever. So, well, I hit a bunch of balls in the net with them and on the computer, and said, and these were longer than everything else, but I was more accurate with these. I said, well, then you made a smart decision. Hit some balls with it. Hit balls into a net or a screen, whatever they have. You may find that, I really like the looks of this one best, but this one made the ball go farther and straighter. And I didn't swing any harder. And I said, you know what? It doesn't look bad at all. It looks almost as good as this one. And it went 8 or 10 yards further, and I was more accurate with it. That's the set you want. Also, grip color. When golf manufacturers started manufacturing clubs for women, they did a lot of marketing research, and they found out that ladies like brown, tan, or blue grips. We had a lot of ladies come in and say, I like these irons, and the ones we had in stock had brown grips on them or gray or whatever. He said, but I want blue grips on them. Oh man, these come with gray grips. I know, I want blue grips. Yes, ma'am. We put blue grips on them. Cosmetics is important. When you get ready to hit balls into the net or a screen, get into your address position. Never let a salesman tell you that you have to bend over more or have more flex in your knee. If I could get into a position like this, doesn't look bad, good athletic position. But I start to make my backswing. You see that my body does this. I'm not intentionally raising up or lifting. But this position, my lower back is very uncomfortable. My body wants to be up here. Get into your address position. They have to make the club fit you. Cosmetics, graphite shafts are lighter than steel shafts, depending on your age and your swing speed. Graphite shafts will probably fit most women better. If you're in your 20s and you're very athletic, you hit some graphite shafts, but also hit some steel shafts. If you hit steel shafts, you're looking at regular flex. Unless you're really athletic and generate a lot of club head speed over 100 miles an hour. In 27 years, I haven't worked with anyone who needed a stiff flex steel shaft. There are maybe 3 or 4 women on the LPGA tour who place stiff flex shafts in their irons. Most are regular flex shafts, and the majority of those are graphite. Try different clubs, try different shafts. Cosmetics is important. If you want a particular color of grip, make them change the grip for you. Never change your address position to fit a club. They have to make the club fit you. Thank you. Stay tuned for part 3, shopping for clubs for men. Thanks. See you in the next one.